She said, "I can't date someone who's unemployed. You're a bum." On the day I lost my job, I replied, "You're right." Then I blocked her. 3 months later, she reached out asking for a loan. My new position as VP at her dream company made saying no even sweeter. I'm writing this because I still can't believe how quickly one bad day revealed the truth about someone I thought I knew. My name's Ethan. I'm 35 now, and this whole mess started the day I got laid off from Ridgeway Tech after nearly 7 years. 7 years of product work, late nights, launches, disasters narrowly avoided, and the kind of reputation people spend careers trying to build. And then poof, gone by 10 a.m. on a Thursday because some executive at the parent company wanted to streamline redundancies. I remember sitting in my car that day, staring down at a cardboard box of what used to be called my career, thinking, okay, this sucks, but I'll figure out. I wasn't panicking. I had a solid severance, 4 months of pay, health insurance for the same amount of time, savings, a stacked resume. I wasn't spiraling. I was more annoyed than anything. But the moment I called my girlfriend, now very much my ex, everything changed. Her name was Madison. We'd been together almost a year and a half, lived together for 8 months, and I genuinely thought she was my person. That's embarrassing to admit now, but I really believed it then. Anyway, she answered sounding distracted, like she was shopping or scrolling Instagram, and when I told her I'd been laid off, there was this long, icy silence. Then she said, "So you're unemployed?" Like I confessed a felony. I explained the severance package, the savings, the fact that every product team in the industry was hiring. She didn't care. That evening she walked into our apartment, took one look at me sitting at the table with dinner made, and said, "We need to talk," in that tone that tells you the conversation won't end with dessert. She didn't beat around the bush. I can't date someone who's unemployed. It's embarrassing. My friends will judge me. My parents will freak out. I've worked too hard to have a boyfriend who isn't contributing. Like I hadn't been paying 80% of our rent. Like I hadn't covered most of our vacations. Like I hadn't been the one supporting her during her 2-month burnout break. Last year, when she quit her job without a plan, I asked her what exactly she expected me to do. Cry, tear my clothes, beg the universe? But apparently staying calm meant I wasn't taking my life seriously. That was the moment something in me just snapped into place. A kind of clarity you don't get until someone rips off their mask. I told her she was right, that she shouldn't date someone unemployed, that she should go find someone who fit her standards. And then I asked her to leave. She yelled. She cried. She called me unstable. She said I'd regret it when I was still jobless 6 months later, eating ramen alone. Then she slammed the door so hard the picture frames rattled. I block her everywhere. I boxed up her stuff. And honestly, I slept better that night than I had in months. Fast forward 6 weeks, and my life looked completely different. I treated job hunting like a full-time gig. Interviews, networking, follow-ups, all of it. The market wasn't great, but I had experience. And one opportunity came out of nowhere. An email from a recruiter at Solaris Innovations. If you're in tech, you know them. They're not just a company. They're the company. Funny thing is, Madison had applied there multiple times and couldn't even get a call back. She used to complain about it constantly. So when a recruiter reached out, I thought it was a mistake. But I took the call. Then the next. Then the assignment. Then the executive panel. And suddenly I was interviewing with the CEO for a VP level position I didn't think I had a shot at, except they wanted me. A week later, I accepted an offer that doubled my old salary. Still no contact with Madison, though she tried. Oh, she tried. New numbers, fake accounts, messages through mutual friends. Things like, "I think we both said things we didn't mean. You're being immature. Adults talk. Everyone thinks you're having a breakdown. My mom wants to talk to you. She thinks there was a misunderstanding." And the best one, I deserve my stuff back. Legally, you can't hold a hostage. I had already given her stuff to a mutual friend. She just wanted an excuse to talk. Then, 2 months into my new job, I got a call from an unknown number. I answered because I was expecting a delivery. And there she was, Madison, soft voice, almost shaking, congratulating me on my little promotion. She asked if we could meet for coffee. I almost said no, but a petty part of me, yeah, I'll admit it, wanted to hear what she could possibly have to say. So I agreed. She showed up early, which should have been the first sign she needed something. She looked different, tired, less put together. No designer bag. That shocked me more than anything. After some awkward small talk, she finally admitted why she wanted to meet. She needed a loan, not a couple $100s, not to cover groceries. No, $8,000. Apparently her company had cut salaries, slashed bonuses, and she'd taken on debt from retail therapy after the breakup. Her student loans came out of deferment. Her car payment was behind. All of it was piling up. She said, "You're the only person I know who could actually help me." I asked about her parents, the ones who supposedly would have been horrified to know she was dating someone unemployed. She looked away and whispered, "They're not thrilled with me right now." I wanted to laugh. Instead, I told her no. Just no. She blinked fast like she was trying to reboot her brain. "But you can afford it. You're a VP. You make more in a month than I do in 5. I told her I earned that money. I worked for it. I built myself up while she was calling me a bum. She cried, right there in the cafe. Real tears, mascara dripping, people staring. She said bankruptcy would ruin her life, that she'd lose everything, that she wished she could take back what she'd said. And maybe she meant it, maybe she didn't. But I stood up, put a $5 bill on the table to cover my coffee, and told her I genuinely wished the best, but she shouldn't contact me again. Then I walked out. I didn't look back. 5 months passed before I heard about her again. A mutual friend told me everything. Madison had to sell her car. Her prized Lexus she used to brag about nonstop, just to pay off part of her debt. She's now driving a 2009 Toyota Corolla, the kind she used to mock other people for owning. She broke her lease on her downtown apartment because she couldn't afford it after her pay cut. She's living with her parents again at age 32. The same parents whose opinion mattered more than my emotional well-being the night I lost my job. But the kicker? Madison applied to my company. She didn't know the position was in my division. HR flagged her application for transparency because of the conflict of interest. And I swear to God, I didn't sabotage it. I didn't add a note. I didn't whisper a word. I just forwarded it to recruiting like any other application and excused myself from the process. She didn't even make it past the first screening. Not because of me, not because of revenge, but because she wasn't qualified. She never had been. The entitlement that made her think she deserved that job was the same entitlement that made her think she deserved my money. Meanwhile, my life is good. Actually, it's great. I rebuilt myself from the ground up. I found peace. I found confidence again. I'm dating casually, nothing heavy, just meeting people who actually treat me like a human being instead of resume on legs. And sometimes, rarely now, but sometimes, I think about how everything fell apart because of a single sentence she threw at me like an insult she thought I'd never forget. "You're a bum." She said on the worst day of my life. But the truth? That day ended up being the start of everything good that came after. If there's anything I've learned from all this, it's simple. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Don't bargain with it. Don't excuse it. Don't wait for the nicer version of them to return. The real them already showed up. And if you're going through a layoff or a breakup or both at the same time, please hear me. You're not a bum. You're not worthless. You're not defined by one bad day. Keep moving forward. Keep showing up for yourself. Because one day, when your life gets better, and it will, the people who abandoned you when things got hard will look back and realize they weren't rejecting you. They were rejecting the version of you who hadn't even peaked yet. And that's on them. Not you.